Hello friends and welcome to the Crypto Stacker channel. My name is Dean. If you're watching my videos for the first time, please know I only make them for entertainment, education, and community building around the tokens that I like to discuss. Today's token is Terareum, and Terareum is a sponsor of the Crypto Stacker channel. Terareum is down in the last 24 hours about 7.4%, and as we zoom out on this chart, the last, honestly, month been kind of rough, but the last 14 days in particular, it did have kind of a high spike there, and since then has pulled back significantly, down about 45% in the last 14 days, down 21% in the last 7 days, and down 7% in the last 24 hours. So the team here definitely has some work to do to get momentum back into the project. And, some of those things are going to take time. They're just long-term deliverables for the project. But we are looking for some guidance from the team in terms of how are those projects going? How are things coming along? What can they share with us to generate some excitement, to keep the community growing, and to get a little more support and momentum back into the project? We'll be looking at some of the things I think that are right on the horizon that are catalysts for Terareum that should give it a boost. But before we get into that, let's jump over and look at the fundamentals. So today is April the 5th. At this point, Terareum has been chugging along for a little under 7 weeks. So we'll be asking ourselves the question, what have they accomplished in that first 7 weeks? Well, the first thing we can note right out of hand is that they've got over 9,000 holders, currently 9,165. You'll notice a little disparity in the numbers here from the end of March, where I switched where I'm collecting my data. I was pulling everything from DEX tools, and you can see that it still shows 10,395. But the Terareum team is using Etherscan data, which is currently sitting at 9,165. And that number is going to be important because when this number hits 10,000, that's when the team is going to do the one quad burn. So to be in line with what they're doing and the resources they're using, I have switched over to that data as well. At the current market cap, $177 million, Terareum would be ranked 318th of all cryptocurrencies. The price is currently sitting at 80365. The volume in the last 24 hours, 399,000. And the burn has ticked up to 51.41%. So the burn is actually moving along quite nicely, averaging about 6 trillion tokens burned per day over the last 3 days. And of course, that one quad burn will bump this up a full percent. And hopefully that's something that we'll see coming very, very soon. So I was talking about some potential catalysts for Terareum. Let's start first of all with a nice overview of what Terareum has managed to accomplish in the first 6 to 7 weeks since the coin was launched. So this is a tweet from RD Price. I think it's a really nice summary for the project, but Terareum is currently listed on 6 exchanges. There is a 7th one that has been announced, and it's ProBit Global. I'll show you that announcement from actually a little while back. I would assume that one is going to come online anytime because it was actually announced by ProBit Global back on March 23rd. So Terareum has secured a titanium sponsorship at the Crypto Expo Asia. That's coming in June. Registered as a business in the United States, registered as a business in India, working on a business license in Dubai. They're talking about the Chennai office build out, and there's some really interesting tweets regarding that just very, very recently. I'll be showing you those here shortly. And then the Terra Pool, which is the launch pad for new cryptocurrencies. Like when Terareum launched, they used a service called Pool.io. And I've actually seen that one used now on several projects. But Terareum is creating their own pool program as a launch pad for new cryptos. So for the first 6 weeks, this is really pretty robust movement in a project. And so it just, I think as a crypto community, we're all becoming a little more skeptical and we all want to see people deliver. Okay, we've watched a lot of projects with a lot of promises, and promises aren't really good enough anymore. We want to see results. And so, I think what's on that page right there represents a significant amount of accomplishment, but it's evident from the chart that the community wants to see more. So let me bounce back over into Milton's Twitter feed, and let's look at this building. So Terareum, here you go, has acquired a building to host the exchange and the employees, the future growth of Terareum. Looks like a very beautiful space. And this is off the official Terareum page, but it says Terareum Exchange and TerraPool platform together will be an 85 plus member team employing highly skilled crypto professionals and administrators. More updates coming soon. And then Milton has another one where he shows the Terareum office as a work in progress. And you can see here that they're doing some remodeling and putting in some floors and getting this puppy ready for business. So that is actually a super exciting development. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen any brick and mortar office spaces for any of the exchanges that I'm aware of up to this point, but I haven't really dug too deep into some of those either. So it is great to see that Terareum is building out their space and that they'll have a location to host their CEX platform and all of the technical support that goes with that. So exciting stuff. All right, the last thing I'll just show you, this ProBit Global, I was kind of thinking it seems like we should have listed by now, but this is off of ProBit Global's Twitter page, and it just says Terareum will be listed soon at ProBit Global. Stay tuned for official listing dates. This was given March 23rd, so we're a good solid 12, 13 days after that now. So I would assume that coming soon would mean should be coming pretty darn soon here. All right, folks. Hey, I hope you're doing well out there. Let me take a quick moment, show you my reflections for the project, and then we'll chop this one for today. All right, today is, again, April the 5th. My current token count is 3,475,577,000,000. That is an increase of 404 million from the last time I wrote it down, which was 3 days ago. My total in reflections now, 21,636,000,000. At current prices, valued at about $76 in my reflections. So it's still building, and I'm telling you, when the price goes the other way, the amount that those reflections can be worth is substantial. And of course, your total token value, much more importantly, on the rise. But the reflections are the reward we get for grinding it out and trying to exercise patience with the development team as they roll out the roadmap and move the project forward. Friends, thanks for checking in today. I appreciate you spending some time with me. Please check back with me soon. We'll watch our crypto stacks grow together.